Okay. So we're going to start with the first question. There we go. I'm just going to mute you, Debbie. I'm going to mute you, and Ella, I'm going to mute you as well because there's some background noise that gets caught up in the thing. Okay. Okay. Cool. So the first question was from Rachel. She said, I'm interested to know a bit more about you. What made you start this online business? And it's a long story, but I won't tell you the long story. I'll just tell you the short, sweet, just kidding. I'll just tell you the short version of it. The short version of why I got started is I wasn't looking to start an online business. That's the weird thing. I was not looking really to start a business because I had my own business. I had a beauty salon, and I was just feeling so unfulfilled that when this guy popped up on the YouTube ad, just like the ones you all came in through, he offered me an education to start my own online business, but whilst feeling completely fulfilled. So I thought, what, like, that's a bit weird, but I suppose I could swing it. Let me go and see what it's all about. And that is why and how I got connected. It's a very big question that people ask me all the time. It's not one of the questions, but I'm going to cover it now. Because people ask me all the time, what has fulfillment got to do with the online business? And so much. It's got everything to do with the online business, especially on the online world. There's hundreds of people trying to have their voices heard. So where here in the SFM, we get taught tips, techniques, links, everything you need to get your voice heard. Yeah. But what has that got to do? Like, what happens if, well, there's two parts to this. What happens if I don't get my voice heard? What happens if I do everything they told me to do, but my voice is not being heard loud and wide enough? So that is where the personal development comes in, where they teach you that you need to become the person you need to be to have the things you want to have. But they don't just say this to you. They say it to you. They come out once a week. Actually every day there's a calendar, and every day you have leaders coming out doing calls like this, like I'm doing with you now, and they walk you through this personal development journey. And all you have to do is open your ears, open your eyes, experience it, and then whoosh, grow hugely. And then you start becoming the person you need to be to have the things you want to have. When you're in a traditional business, meaning to say, like, when you're selling products. So when I sell a bottle of water, it's the first thing that's next to me, then this has really got nothing to do with me. I need to put this bottle of water in front of anybody else, and either they like the water or they don't. I'll learn how to market this water ever so well, but they still don't have to like anything about me. When you do an online business, why you get this fulfillment feeling is because this bottle of water is not in front of me anymore. It's me. People around have to learn to like me, trust me, and know me. So know, like, and trust me. So it's all about me and the person who I need to become. And that is one of the reasons why fulfillment is on the top radar in the SFM. Because while we're building our business, we're also building ourselves. And we do this in such a comforting and all-encompassing environment where you've got the leaders, you've got the ones who are teaching you how to do it, and you have the whole community of people who, if one day you're having a real down day and you feel like, you know, it's just not working and I can't get the crap out of my head or whatever it is, there'll be somebody there out of the whole community of people that will step up and say, hey, let's have a chat, or let me help you, or whatever it is. So I got my wish. I got my fulfillment. That is ticked off big time. And that is the reason why I came into the SFM. So the second question is from John, and he says, what do I get at application level? So you've all been on my list before, for a while now, some of you anyway, and you've seen what is there to offer. I know that some of you, Ella, you for sure have gone on from the application level, but at the application level, it's $29.95. That's how much you pay. But for me, this was the biggest push that got me to take my first step, because $29.95 for me was like one evening in the week out, let's say. So I can skip that one evening to see if I can build this thing for myself, right? So I signed up to $29.95. In that application level, you get access to the whole of module 1. There's 5 modules in total, and you get the whole of module 1. The whole of module 1 includes online selling systems, advertising, websites, list buildings, providing value, all the information you need to know why high ticket sales. But more importantly, what you get access to in this application level is a one-to-one call with your own personal business consultant. Somebody who you can say, look, I've seen all this that you've told me about, all this information. How can I see myself move forward to the next, level with or without the SFM? And you have this conversation with your business consultant, and he goes through this process with you, whether to move forward, whether to move this way, whichever way is best for you. Now, why is this a no-brainer? Is because if after 30 days you've been in there, you've done module 1, you've had your call with your business consultant, and you decide that it's not for you, then you get your money back. So really, I can even have that evening out as well. I don't even have to skip my fun day, let's say, because if it's not for you, then you get your money back. And if it is for you, then you're going to build something a lot better than one evening out. So that is what you get at application level. By the way, if any of you have any questions about anything I'm saying now, you can just unmute yourselves in the bottom left-hand corner and just stop me from talking, because I'll go on. Okay, question number 3. If I am working full-time, will I still be able to do this? This is from Stacy. So when I started, I was working full-time. The only thing I will say to you is the difference between somebody doing fast and somebody doing it a bit slower is time. So if you've got 5 hours a day to put into the business, or 1 hour a day to put into the business, then the one who has 5 hours will get there quicker, and the one who has 1 hour will get there slower. But you can still get there. In fact, most people start while they're still doing their full-time jobs. But I'm going to add one thing to you, and I'm going to tell you that you have to commit. Because otherwise, don't do this. You're going to be wasting a lot of time if you say you're going to do it and you don't actually commit. So if you know that I work from 9 till 4 every single day, but I have 2 hours every evening to do this SFM work, then come what may, don't go to bed until you've done your 2 hours. So whatever you commit yourself to doing, commit to it 100% so that you will actually get there. So that every single day you're taking another step and another step and another step, and you won't fall behind. You'll just keep riding your path. Question number 4. I've never done anything like this before. Will I know how to? That's for Mike. And I love this question because the simple answer is yes, you will definitely know how to, because it's all in here. Everything you're going to need to know is right here in the back office. My question to you is, it's not the how, it's the what. And why I say this is because setting up a business is not always easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's not just A plus B equals C and hey presto, I've made millions and now I can go and have my lifestyle I've always wanted, right? But if you always remember why you're here, what you're here for, then the how will always be there. And what I mean by that is that I started this journey, as an example, for the fulfillment factor. I wanted to be able to, wake up in the morning and jump out of bed and not drag myself out of bed for another day. Yeah, I wanted to hear my alarm clock and say, another day. Yeah. And for me, that was more important than anything else, because I knew what it was like to work and make money and feel completely depleted at the end of the day. I felt like it just wasn't in line with who I was, what I was doing previously. And so I used to lie in my bed at night and used to think, oh, really? Is that all I did all day long? And this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Like, I couldn't live with myself like that anymore. So for me, getting this business to work and having that fulfillment level was everything for me. Like, this is what I wanted. And the rest of the house, that all flowed after that. Because like I said, everything is here. The fulfillment factor and the financial factors, everything is in here in the SFM. Everything is here, but knowing the what, then the how will just follow. And by the way, if any of you are stuck on the how, because you lost direction of some description, that's what I'm here for, just to redirect you back onto your route where you want to be. Okay. Number 5, can I still succeed without standing in front of the camera? This is from Morris. So, some people are people's people and they like to teach, they like to be consultants, they like to do services as a business, okay? Some people, like probably Morris, I would imagine, someone like you, who wants to hide away, like I said before, like hide behind your product. So there's some people like this, and in the SFM, they call it the import expert. They have a training and a support for physical products, where they teach you how to source your products from China, how to make contacts with the right people over there, how to bring it over. I mean, the training is detailed down to a T. Seriously, the support there is phenomenal. They also then teach you how to become the #1 page on Amazon and eBay, and how to market your product, everything from beginning to end, literally. So that's one way how to get away from the camera. The other way is, if you do not want to sell physical products and you want to just either sell your own service, but you just want the marketing education from the SFM, or if you want to sell the SFM's affiliate, like you want to be an affiliate for the SFM, there are ways around it, like learning how to do the blogging. Even Instagram posts are not videos. I mean, they don't have to be videos. Facebook, there are ways round standing in front of the camera. There are a couple of people in the SFM who were madly successful just from blogging alone. So it's doable, it's possible. I personally don't have any experience with that, because it took me time to get onto the camera, actually. It was one of the hardest things I had to do. But the only reason I could stand in front of the camera and not really care loads is because in the SFM, there's a 90-day video challenge, where in that 90-day, like, it's a Facebook group. So in that Facebook group, private, you can, for 90 days, put up a video in front of the SFM community. You can make all the mistakes in the world. You can be washing your dishes while you talk. You can be walking your dogs while you talk. You can do whatever you want while you talk. It's the most non-judgmental group I've ever come across. But not only that, you'll get your feedback on how am I doing on camera, how am I doing with getting my message across, and so on and so forth. And in fact, when I joined that 90-day video challenge, I think that was one of, because there was lots of, but that was one of my biggest transformations in my business, when I got that to that level where I finished my 90-day video challenge. And if I look at my first video and my last video, is unrecognizable. So like, what I would say to you is, don't resist being on camera because you're scared or you're afraid of something. Just be open and see where the path takes you. It's doable with or without. Number 6 is from Jenny. What kind of money can I make if I do this full time? I love that question, because there's no amount. It's like, how much money can you make if you're in your own business full time? There's people in here, like, they're making the 6 and the 7 figures, right? It's like doable. I think, if I'm correct, Chris, you might know this, Dan Holloway, was it within 12 months that he started making his 6 figures? Or maybe not. Between 12 and 24 months.
He was 9 months.
Oh gosh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was 9 months when he did it.
Yeah. So there you go. So it's 100% doable. There's many like Dan Holloway, but Dan Holloway has since then become one of the biggest leaders in the SFM. He now comes on calls once a week, and he does another one twice a week. He does one in his Facebook group and one in the SFM back office, where he literally walks you through the whole process, and you come on and you ask your questions. So that's why I picked Dan Holloway. But there's so many people who have done this. So it depends on you. It really depends on you. And the last question is, how much will I actually have to invest? And it's a very good question. This is from Kelly. Kelly, now, I'm happy this is the last question I have on my list, because it could go on for a while. Because investment it's like saying, when I open up a business, I want to open up a shop of, here's my water bottle again, selling waters, but I don't really want to pay for the water bottles, right? So everyone understands that when it comes to a regular brick and mortar business, if you want to buy a product, you have to pay for it, right? So when it comes to online, people see it as, well, I shouldn't have to pay. But when you have a website, you have to pay to host the website. When you want to do marketing, you have to pay to market. When you want to buy anything, or be like anything you want to do online, there are investments that you're going to have to make. So the more you invest, the more you put in, the more you get out. But at the same time, the more you put in, the bigger your commitment is to make this work. It's like I always, what's his name? Tony Robbins. Have you heard of Tony Robbins? Right. So and this is going back quite a few years ago, he used to charge $2,500 to have a coaching call with him, a one-to-one coaching call with him. Now, going back 10 years ago, $2,500 was astronomical, but now you're probably charging triple and 4 times that much. I don't know. But what his theory behind that is, if I charge $20, I'll get $20 of commitment from the person I'm coaching. I want 100% commitment. So I'm going to put the price up so high that I know that if he comes and I coach him, he's going to do the work. He's going to do whatever I suggest, whatever we lay out, whatever comes up in our coaching calls. He's going to invest 1,000% because he's paid that much money. And if you look around, it is so true. Like well, my mom is a therapist, and she has this like little money mindset mind. So she charges about like £50 a session or something like that, even less. And I had this argument with her, and I said, listen, how much of a commitment do you get from your clients? Do you get the commitment level that Tony Robbins gets? And she's like, of course not, don't be silly. And I was exactly that. It was just proved my point again. If you look around you and see the people, the services that you get, any businesses around you, the ones who are charging more, all you do is you get more. So the more you invest, the more you get. The actual prices for the SFM varies. So the first price is the $29.95 that I spoke about. And after that, your business consultant will go through all the other charges that there are. So I don't know where you want to go, what you want to do with it. So I don't know the prices for that, but your business consultant will definitely help you on that. And that is kind of the end of my questions. Do any of you have any questions that you want to throw out? Yes. Debbie, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Morale.
Hi. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for hosting. My question to you is in terms of the affiliate products, because I've just been with you just for a few weeks, but in my mind, what the road that I'm thinking of going down is to use the affiliate products to fund the continuation of going through the programs and learning and eventually having my own products. But my question is, I know there's the SFM products as an affiliate. Are there any other products that we have access to be able to market and sell as opposed to just the FSM product?
Well, when you do, let me just think this a second. In the SFM, you have the SFM to, you have all the SFM links, but the same like you grab hold of the SFM links, you can grab hold of Aweber's link, let's say. Aweber is the email list, yeah? Is the email host.
Yeah.
So you can grab the Aweber list and affiliate that. The same way like you take the SFM link, you can take, let's say, an Amazon link. I'll give you an example. In my Facebook group, I did a meditation on Joe Dispenza. We did this we went through his book and we broke up his meditation. And people were asking me about the book that we were following. Mm-hmm. So I said to them, here's the link to buy the book on Amazon. Now to them, they have no clue that I got commission off the link.
Okay, yeah. That's
because for them, it makes no difference.
Sure.
But I just grabbed the affiliate link and hey presto.
Right. So does that mean that I would have to go out and find other affiliates that are within the same category of what, if I'm marketing spiritual products, for instance?
Yeah.
I would find other affiliates who have a program and then I just use that.
Yeah. The only difference I'll tell you is that SFM is high ticket sales, meaning to say that when I sell on Amazon, what do I make? 5% off a book. Okay. So you're talking about pennies. Whereas with the SFM, you're talking about, higher tickets. And that's why it's financially sustainable. That's why it's financially scalable.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
You get the difference, yeah. So definitely most companies and most products have affiliate links. Some don't.
Okay.
But if you know how to do it well, then you can grab them all over.
And is that something that will be taught throughout?
I don't think they go, or maybe they do by now. Maybe in the new modules, they've just updated the modules 1 to 5.
I see. Okay. It's just a question. I mean, I'm happy to do the SFM, but sometimes for added value, for instance, like books or products and stuff like that, I'm just wondering whether that was something that you could do.
Well, I don't know if they actually teach you how to do it, but once you know how to do it, you'll know how to do it everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Ella, did you want to come out?
Yeah. Yes, I have a question about next step. A light price is, if I correct understand, is $2,500, and it is for a year.
Yeah.
For 1 year, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Elite is the only thing that's a yearly.
Okay.
That's the only thing. All the other investments is a one-off investment. Like in the DEA I'm talking about, yeah? So if you were, let's say you do the Elite, and then you go on to silver level, for example, you don't lose your Elite commissions.
Okay.
It's only part of the training that you need to renew every year, and I don't renew it every year. Like, I've done it once or twice, but I don't renew it every year because I'm already platinum. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you've got platinum. But the thing is, do you recommend it on the beginning to go to a light program, or just on the beginning to start for maybe months or 2 or 3 to pay $97, and after, for good understanding, after go up?
It's a good question, and it very much depends on yourself. Like, how do you see it? I'm scared because you're working full time, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't bombard loads of, opportunities like that.
Yeah.
Rather do it a bit slowly. So where are you on for module 3, you said?
I nearly finished level, module 2.
Right.
So I start maybe a few days model 3, but for me it's like better stay on the level 2, on the $97, and for good understanding, and after we'll see what. But it's just the price as well is like limitation at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, everyone going to, to higher, but okay, I need to understand, but maybe I should, maybe not. Just feeling like a little bit confused, actually.
Yeah, only because of your time limit, your time restraints, I'm telling you to do this slowly.
Yeah.
So for sure not before you finish module 3. After you finish module 3, you'll be more ready for marketing. So at Elite level, the marketing education there is crazy. They teach you, they actually call it Elite Influencer now, because they actually teach you the psychology behind buying, the people's behaviors, and what makes them tick, and how you can influence them, right? By inspiring them with your story, with your why, with your solution, all this. But that's quite deep. So once you finish module 3, you may be more ready for Elite.
Okay. One more question, because when I go through step by step on the module 2 now, and sometimes I see it's like no progress, or on the module 1 I did nearly twice, because I thought that I finished everything, but shows me like 80% or 85%, and I was sure that everything I did properly, and after I come back again, and after was 100%. So I don't understand how it's working, sometimes it's like confusing as well, because I feel like I did everything, but shows me that it's not 100% yet. It's like, what I missed.
Ella, don't do that again.
No, I don't want, because it was wasting time,
On your right-hand bottom corner of your dashboard, there's a little grey button with like a speech mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
If
that.
you click on that, you can ask them all your questions and they answer it pretty quickly. Like
Okay.
within a couple of hours to answer it. So all you had to do was click on it and say to them, hey, listen, I've been through the whole module 1. It's telling me 80%. Can you check the back? Something's not right. And they'll tell
Okay,
you
so I will check next time.
Yeah, because they'll tell you exactly what you've missed, and you'll just go back to those pieces. So don't struggle alone.
You know, actually, it wasn't bad because I was like more sure to understand correct what was in the model 1 anyway. So it's like good basement, you know.
Yeah. But there's so many people here to help you, whether it's the support office over there or myself or anybody in the community, that you know, like if you're ever stuck or if you're ever like unsure, all you have to do is ask and there'll be somebody
So
there.
they can check what I missed, yeah? So they can let me know, oh, you forgot to click here or da. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, is everything that we've been through clear?
Yes.
And any other questions before we call it a wrap?
No, not at the moment.
No? All good? Okay, this was fantastic. I really appreciate you all turning up. It was lovely to talk to people and not to the walls, not to the camera. And it's also good to see the faces behind the names on the emails. It's like, you know, Debbie, Ella, I don't know, all these names. Jenny, some of them did tell me that then they won't be around, but it's so good to finally see a face.
Yes, it's like in real, yeah. People are behind the computers. It's not just computers. You know, it's
very real.
Funny. Yeah, it's great.
Just before we leave, one other thing. On the 30th of June, now in a couple of weeks, there is a London meetup.
I saw actually on Facebook. I just clicked I saw 30th of June. Yeah. So. Have you got more details about that? Yeah,
it's all in. Do you know what? I'll put it at the bottom of this. I'm going to send this recording out in an email. Okay. So you'll all get it. And I'll put the details there for the London meetup.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can come and meet the people that are doing it, the people that are in the community. It's just a really come, go, fun day, everyone together. So you can come and chat. Hang out.
How many people are there in the London area?
Ooh, there's loads, but I don't know because not everybody turns up. So.
Oh, no, I've just thought in general. Or is it kind of?
There's a lot.
Okay.
Are you based in London, Debbie?
I'm in Hertfordshire, not too far from London.
Oh.
I'm in only half an hour away from London.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So so it'd be really good to meet you as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely and what day is that? A midweek day? I'm not sure.
No, it's a Sunday.
Oh, okay, that should be fine.
Let me just check that I got the date right. Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday. That is good.
I'll put the details in, okay?
Yes, super.
So, thanks again for